Stand by to fall in, Polk County. This is today's veteran. Hello and welcome, and on behalf of everyone at the Polk County Office of Veterans Services, thanks for joining us, and I'm your host, Bryan, Lacey, and we are live from the shores of Lake Silver and the deck of the American Legion Post 8 in Winter Haven. And on this installment of today's veteran, we're going to talk about summer grilling and eating habits. When the weather is warm, the days are long, the thing to do is fire up the grill and round up the family and friends. Kind of get your feast on. Joining us from the Tiki Hut is Chelsey Armendinger and Hillary Markey, Registered Dietitians with the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital and Clinics. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, Hillary, you're a veteron of this, aren't you?
I'm becoming a veteran.
Yeah, and Chelsey, this second time. Yeah, second time on the show.
Mm-hmm. First time here.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think of the digs?
I love it.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever taken the show on the road, and the staff here at Post 8 and Winter Haven American Legion been gracious hosts, and this deck and the view is beautiful. And I understand we're gonna break out a grill a little bit later.
Yeah. Healthy grilling.
Yeah, and we also, as we do the thank yous to everyone, we want to thank Home Depot in Lakeland. Not only do a lot of great things for veterans at James A. Haley, but also here within the Polk County community, kind of donated a grill for us to use today. So we want to thank those guys and want to thank them for everything that they do, veterans. But I want to talk with you ladies. It's kind of warm, got that warm thing going, and that means grilling weather. So we all put those giant steaks, like to think that Fred Flintstone giant steak, you know what I mean? Put those on the grill. But today we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about kind of the healthier side of grilling. Mm-hmm. And Chelsey, what I'd like you to start off with is talk a little bit about what dietitians do with the James A. Haley clinics. Yeah,
so we have several clinics across the Tampa Bay area. And here in Lakeland, we have our Lakeland community-based outpatient clinic. So we have a dietitian at each of the clinics. We see veterans for all sorts of reasons, whether they want to work on weight management, or if they have diabetes or other chronic conditions, or just overall improving their health and their nutrition. We're here to partner with them and guide them to make healthier choices in their lives.
Talk about the courses that they can enroll in, and really and what you encourage them to do. And we talked with one of the individuals who's enrolled in the program now, mm-hmm. and he said, it's been a process, and there's progress with it. Talk to me a little bit about what you're hoping they get out of it.
Absolutely. So we have several services at our Lakeland VA clinic for the veteran to take advantage of. You don't even need a consult to see the dietitian. They can call up the clinic and request to see a dietitian. We do individual appointments, so if they're looking for something that's more one-on-one, face-to-face, they can come into the clinic and see our dietitian and get whatever they need, whatever their health goals are. And then we also have something new called VA Video Connect. So instead of actually coming to the clinic, you can see the dietitian from the comfort of your home, as long as you have Wi-Fi capability, whether that's on a smartphone or on a laptop. And the different programs that we have available are mission nutrition class, which is sort of an introductory to nutrition and overall health. And you'll also learn about all the other programs that we have, and we'll get you signed up into the right program for you. We have a diabetes class, It's more of meal planning for diabetes or for pre-diabetes. And we also have our weight management program. It's a little bit more of an intensive program. It's 16 weeks long. You really have that camaraderie of the veterans that you're going through this class with, and we are helping you learn healthy habits to improve your weight and your other health goals. We have a grocery store tour, which our veteran has
I
taken
have heard
advantage
about
of.
that, and I think I'd like to do a segment on that. I think it'd be fun. We just got to find a participating grocery store, because me, a camera, and a shopping cart equals fun.
Yes, it's so much fun. It's like a scavenger hunt through the grocery store, where we help guide you through reading those nutrition labels and making healthy choices. And then we also have our Healthy Teaching Kitchen cooking class, which is where Hillary comes into play, and that's a monthly class that we offer for our veterans there.
Well, one thing that we learn from school is that the ability to take in the information is much easier if you have that rather than see and hear, that touch,
Tangible.
that taste. You know what I mean? And that's where Hillary comes in. Talk to me a little bit about what it is to have that facet of the teaching connection.
Well, the wonderful thing is that we have Hillary, and she is she's not only a registered dietitian, but she's a culinary trained chef. And so we have taken her classes on the road to all of our different clinics, and I think that's what is so helpful. And I'll let you jump in, Hillary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the thing is, like, when you actually do something and you taste it, you're more likely to replicate it at home. And I think that that's the benefit of things like the grocery store tour, where they go to the grocery store, or the cooking class, where people are able to actually taste the difference. We can tell people every day to eat less sodium, but once they try something with less sodium, when they see the other flavors that are there, that's kind of the thing that really brings it home for a lot of people.
Well, with the dietitians, there's connection with the veterans, but when you teach the class, there's a little bit more of the connection, and you have a really good relationship with the veterans taking the class. Talk to me about what you want the veterans to get out of it.
So it makes me think of the hands-on classes where the veterans are actually cooking, and they do this for 8 weeks. And what I really want for them to learn is how to take a recipe and either change it and make it healthier, or how to make it something that they really enjoy. So it's not just about reading a recipe and following it directly. I want them to learn how to change the recipe and make it their own so that they enjoy it, but it also can help with their health in the long run. And that's kind of the end goal there, is that it can help improve their health.
I did not know we were going to be right in the middle with the geese there. I think they're excited about us grilling.
I think they can smell it.
Yeah, I think they got that going on, and they're like going, something vegetarian for me, please.
Yes.
Well, Chelsey, I want to talk to you a little bit about success stories. Talk to me what you get most enjoyable out of the job when you help a veteran achieve his goal.
I think what is most rewarding is, finding what that motivation is for the veteran. And, that might be, it's not only about a number and losing weight, but it might be that they want to play with their grandkids, or they want to be able to walk to the mailbox and get their mail, without having pain or any sort of issues. And so when we help them and see them meet those goals that are aligning with their values, I think that's really what brings it home.
Well, Chelsey, Hillary, I need you guys to stick around, because now the fun part comes. A little bit of cooking demonstration. We're going to talk with one of the success stories here at American Legion Post 8. So we'll be back with more of today's veteran right after this.
My name is Corporal Bradley Joseph Seitz.
Captain Joshua Brandon.
Bob Murphy.
Kate Weber.
Jerry Reed. Will Sanchez.
And I have PTSD.
I have PTSD.
I have PTSD.
I thought I was losing my mind.
Everything just fell apart.
I was still in a war zone in my mind.
I felt isolated. I felt alone.
And I made a choice. I made a choice to go seek treatment.
Treatment has definitely helped me. Treatment has turned my life completely around.
It was like the new beginning for me.
If you're tired of dealing and living the way you are right now, then do something about it.
Quit beating yourself up and go ahead and help. You know, that's basically all I can tell you. But you know you need help, so go get it.
Welcome back to today's Veteran. I'm your host, Bryan Lacey, and there's warmth at my back, there's sunshine behind me, and got the dietitians from James A. Haley over in Tampa joining me. It's Hillary Markey and Chelsey Armendinger. Ladies, second segment.
The fun one.
Exciting.
Yeah, I know. See, the last one we did, I got to make a salad and a dressing.
Salads and dressing.
Yeah, so going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff we've got going on. But what are we going to do first?
So we've got a lot of stuff going on, but the first thing I wanted to do is make a healthier version of potato salad.
Okay. And what does that consist of?
So that consists of not using mayonnaise.
What?
I know, right? So we're gonna have Chelsey here kind of assemble it as we talk. So
Okay.
This is a pretty simple recipe. It's got red skin potatoes and you just boil them until they're slightly soft. So it's about 20 minutes. And it's 2.5 to 3 pounds for this recipe. Yeah, you can go ahead and pour them in.
Go ahead and pour them in? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, so if we're not using mayonnaise, what are some of the other things that we're
So what
ingredients?
we're going to be using is 2% Greek yogurt.
Okay.
So this gives us that creamy type consistency, but it also gives a little extra boost of protein and less fat and calories.
Okay.
So it's about 1.5 cups. So you can either measure or eyeball it.
Okay. That's wonderful. Okay.
Okay. I'll put this out of your way
And the
for you.
next item you said was the...
So the next is going to be Dijon, and it's 2 to 3 tablespoons.
Okay.
For us rookies, what is Dijon?
What makes it better?
Yeah.
It's a little bit spicier. So this is plain yellow mustard.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Okay.
I use it. When we don't have the other, this is what I go for, but the Dijon mustard has a little bit more of like a horseradishy kick to it. But some people don't like it.
Okay.
All right, so there's our mustard, and then we're gonna add in about 1.5 cups of scallions. Okay. And these 3 you can just dump in. Okay. So 1.5 cups of scallions, about 1/2 cup of parsley, and about 1/2 cup of chopped dill.
Wow, this is looking really good.
Yeah.
This adds lots of good flavor for us.
You know what Chelsey needs?
How much are these?
You can dump it.
All of them?
Yeah.
She needs a catchphrase. You know what I mean?
She does.
As she's mixing all of it together.
Yeah.
Bam
Every
and
time.
boom are already taken care of.
Pazam, there you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
That's a lot of green.
It is a lot of green,
Yeah.
right? We're
I can
sneaking them in.
smell that. Do you guys smell that
Oh, yeah,
still?
yeah.
If you want to use a spoon on this one, it's about...
Just a little bit?
Yeah, a pinch, or you can do, it's about 1/4 teaspoon. So very small amount. And again, if you really like pepper, you can add more. If you really don't want to use the salt, then you can leave it out, but try not to add too much salt because
Are there
the
any
blood
hazards
pressure...
to eating too much pepper?
Pepper?
Yeah.
No, other than sneezing.
Yeah. That's
And a
nothing
pinch
bad.
of salt?
And a pinch of salt, yep.
All right.
And that is it. So then you'll just go ahead and mix it up.
Wow. This looks delicious. And smells.
And if you can bring it over if it's easier, you don't have to,
There we go.
So this is something that the nice thing with these kind of salads, you can make them ahead of time.
Okay.
You can also add in different vegetables. Celery is really good in potato salad. Sometimes shredded carrots can be really good. Peppers, if you like green peppers, bell peppers, spicy peppers, you can add any of that kind of thing in.
This may be a silly question,
Yeah.
but with using the Greek yogurt, is there more of a forgiveness by not using mayonnaise and when it gets warm? You know what I mean? Or do you still have to be cognizant of it?
It's still a dairy, so you still kind of got to keep that in check.
Okay.
You know, if you pull it out when you're going to use it, when you're making up the plates and stuff, and then pop it back in the refrigerator.
as an adult male, I have the sniff test. It's like, oh yeah, man, it's good.
So we like to follow food safety and not use the sniff test when possible. So it's best just to keep it in the refrigerator, unless you're going to be using it or serving it or something like that. Yeah.
And I think that's important for barbecue. You know, summer barbecues, you want to always make sure that food safety.
Yes.
You follow those food safety guidelines because it's hot outside.
Yep.
And not only not only summer barbecues, but remember at the end of summer we've got football season starting. Great for tailgating.
Excellent.
All right.
So what's our next thing? And I noticed we have two things here. We've got them in wood, and we got them in steel. Now,
why?
Pick me. I know.
Brian, why?
I'm gonna say the wood, so it doesn't burn. We keep it wet. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That is why.
Okay.
And why would we? What's for the steel? Any ideas?
Easier to use, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
They're reusable. The thing I really like about these ones is they've got something on the end, so it's easier to turn, something to grab onto with the tongs. And then they're flat, so it's easier to skewer the food on, and it won't fall off. If it's something like where it's round, it can fall off easier.
Okay.
So there's just different options, but if you do have wood skewers, you want to soak them so that they don't burn up right away on the grill. So that's it. Pretty simple, different things that you can use. And we're gonna have Chelsey assemble some vegetable skewers for us.
Okay.
On the metal?
Whichever one you prefer.
It's fancy, so I'm gonna go with that.
So the reason we're doing the vegetable skewers separate is because chicken and shrimp have different cooking temperatures and time. So if you put all your chicken and your shrimp and you just mix everything up and put it all on the same skewer, your shrimp's gonna be overcooked and rubbery, your tomatoes are gonna be black and falling off, and your chicken might still be raw.
Well, one of the things that we talked about as we were doing some of the prep stuff with Home Depot being so nice and giving us the grill for this is one of the bigger ones, so you can kind of spread everything out, what you need warm one side. But talk about how easy any of this is to make on the simplest grills or even charcoal.
Yes, so I have a small charcoal grill at home. It's about this big around, and that's what I use just for cooking at home. This is the thing that's nice about propane is it heats up super fast. I like charcoal. I don't know why. It's just my choice. But this is, like you said, a huge grill, so you can put more on it. Versus a smaller grill, if you've got 1 or 2 or even 3 people, you can just add enough food at a time. But what you don't want to do is overcrowd your grill. So if you pack everything in there so everything is touching, it's going to be too much and it's not going to cook right.
Okay.
It's going to cool the grill down a lot. So you want space for the food, the heat to come up around the food and cook it. And then you want to make sure you turn it and rotate it, or if it's like a piece of chicken, flip it over so that both sides cook evenly.
Now, in prepping the grill, a lot of people will, when they're finished cooking, they'll burn everything off and scrub it for the last time. And then as soon as they start to turn it on, they'll do the same thing. What do you recommend in prepping the grill?
So I always turn the grill on, get it hot. If it's a propane grill, you get it hot, let it kind of burn off anything that would be on there. And then you can start cooking after a couple minutes or so. Same thing at the end. Burn it, turn it up a little bit, get because the char stuff gets stuck on there, so you want to burn that off, and then you get a grill brush and you just scrape it really good and clean. I recommend doing that before, like some people turn the grill off, go eat their food, come back and clean it up, but then you got to turn the grill back on. When you're done, take a minute or two, clean it up real good, and then you're good to go.
Any other things we should be aware of when it comes to grilling safety and cleanliness?
Yeah. So I have multiple sets of tongs all over here, and this is one of the common ones I see people. They always use the same set of tongs to put raw meat on, turn it, and then take it off. So it's good to have 2 sets of tongs. So put the raw meat on with one and then take it off with another set. Now if you've got just vegetables like these skewers, it doesn't matter as much because we're not worried about things like salmonella.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, so that raw chicken is on those tongs, and then when you're turning stuff, there's a potential to have a foodborne illness. So that's something to be careful of.
All right. So what are we ready to do next?
Those look beautiful. She did one of each. Look at her go.
You want the golf clap? Or just the opera clap? Nice. No, high five.
I still got these on.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we're actually ready to start putting stuff on the grill. So you can take those off if you like, since you're not handling the raw marinated food anymore. And so what else we have? So we've got a couple different. These are the vegetable skewers, and they've got garlic, thyme, and lemon on them.
Okay. Do we want to pull some of that stuff over here so we can get a...
Yes, we do.
All right.
So let's just get some of this stuff out of our way real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Slide those down on the bottom. Okay. So that's
a pretty nifty piece of information to have right there. Just, you have a couple tables to move stuff to and from. And,
so this is the nice thing about some grills is they have the side things where you can have like all your equipment and everything.
Okay.
So we've got lots of skewers going on. So we have some chicken, and this is marinated in garlic, lemon juice, thyme, a pinch of olive oil, and a little salt and pepper.
Okay.
And then we have the lemon, garlic, thyme vegetables, which is what Chelsey finished mixing up for us here. And then we have Cajun pineapple shrimp, which are delicious looking. So there's some shrimp and onions and pineapple. So they all cook really quickly. So these ones are pretty quick on the grill.
And one thing that I did notice, and since this is a healthy cooking show, the vegetables far outmass the meat.
They do.
Hence
However,
the healthy cooking.
we do have some more goodies back here. So we have marinated eggplant. So this is basil.
Is crazy.
Basil, rosemary, garlic, olive oil.
Look at the size of those mushrooms.
Portobello mushrooms, which are kind of like a burger instead of the burger, or you can add them in addition to it, and then some zucchini and onions. Asparagus grills really well. There's lots of options, but you notice that they're cut in large planks.
Yes.
That's so they don't fall through the grill slots, okay?
And also, if you think of the healthy plate, we want to fill half of our plates with fruits and vegetables. So that's why we have a good portion of vegetables here.
And last but not least,
the dietitian in her.
We do have some more chicken. So we have some chicken thighs that have rosemary, garlic, and lemon, and then just some plain chicken breasts. So there is some meat here for you, Bryan.
All right, let's get some stuff thrown on here, and let's see what we got. Joining me is David Bryant. He frequents the Seabach in Lakeland. You've been involved with the program. Talk to me a little bit about how you got involved with it.
Well, I first started with the 8-week course, 16-week course, which shows you how to eat right and do healthy lifestyle changes. So then I started doing, grocery tour. I did that twice. I've also in the diabetes program because I've got high diabetes, and I did her course for 4 weeks, and I'm trying to see if I can get into her 8-week course.
Well, one of the things that you had talked when we were talking about successes with the course, you started off with a weight. Where'd you start off? Where are you now? And what's your target weight?
I started out at 245. I'm at 228 now, and my goal is 200.
Let's talk a little bit about how the program has helped you and what you've gotten out of it so far.
They teach how to eat healthier, like cut out the sodas, salt. I've cut all that out. I don't eat fast foods. I mostly eat at home and cook what she's been cooking, and it's been helping out a lot.
So, just out of curiosity, you are going to join us afterwards when all this is done. You're going to be part of the festivities, right?
Yes.
So, Hillary, Chelsey, David said you guys are giving him great guidance, great instructions, and the best thing most of all, the pounds are coming off, and from what he said, he believes in what you guys are doing, and that's half the battle right there. So, and after seeing this today, I am inspired. So what do you say that we put some stuff together?
Yeah. So we've got some whole grain buns, and then lettuce, tomato, onions, peppers.
Yeah, I was eyeing those peppers.
I know you are. So lots of good, more vegetables, right?
Yep.
We've got our little scoop of each of the potato salads. And then what we can do is we'll make one of them a grilled chicken sandwich.
Okay.
And then you can add a little bit of whatever kind of, if you want a little barbecue sauce or a little something on it, you can add that. And then I like grilled onions. So you can put a little grilled onions on there. And that portobello just by itself. It is just by itself. So these are actually littler portobellos, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a portobello burger.
Wow.
So you don't even need meat.
Yeah. I'm willing to try that.
You want to try that?
Yeah.
How about a little eggplant on it too?
That's good too.
Oh, wow. Give it a little touch. So you can make grilled vegetable sandwiches. You can chop those up and add them to like a pasta salad or something else. So lots of things you can do with them. And then the vegetable and chicken skewers and the shrimp skewers all just go on the sides as well.
Is there any way tactfully to eat things from skewers? Or you just go at it?
You can just chew it off, or you can
barbecue.
take a fork and push it off, yeah.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you for coming in. I really appreciate the time, the direction, but most of all, I appreciate the food.
Yeah, me too.
We're going to try that. We've got folks waiting here at the Legion for us. It's going to be a great lunch here.
Yeah.
So, once again, always welcome on the show. Look forward to next time you guys come on, all right?
Thank you so much.
All right. For more information on the nutritional programs available through the VA, you can give the Lakeland CBOC a call at 863-701-2470, extension 4120, or the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital at 813-972-2000, extension 8050, or check them out on the web at www.tampa.va.gov. That's going to do it for this edition of Today's Veteran. I want to thank our guests, Hillary Markey and Chelsey Armendinger. I also want to thank the folks here at the American Legion Post 8 in Winter Haven and Commander Michael O'Callahan and his crew for being such gracious hosts, not to mention the grill from Home Depot. Really appreciate what they do. Remember, for help and information regarding claims and benefits and services available to veterans and their families, call Polk County Veterans Service at 863-534-5220 or log on to the Polk County website at www.polk-county.net. I'm Bryan Lacey sitting in for Tim Kirkhart, and we will see you next month.